How's it going? I'm Mike. This is the Drone Deer Recovery Podcast. This is my co-host, Kevin.
On today's episode, we talk about the new map at dronedeerrecovery.com and how you can get listed as a thermal drone pilot. We talk about the state of New York, their cease and desist letter, and a phone call we had with them. And then we have
some ground chatter.
Yep. Also talk about Bubbler and how they still haven't reached out to sponsor us. Stick around.
How's it going? I'm Mike with Drone Deer Recovery. This is the Drone Deer Recovery Podcast.
It's been another week.
It has been another week.
We're back in the studio. This is, everything is crazy.
Usually we do these in the morning. It's already in the afternoon.
We had this plan for the morning. Yeah. And then I texted you. It's like, Mike, are we on?
Nope, we're not on because we got deer recoveries to do.
Doing another recovery?
Oh, it was one of those days that, I don't know. I was so frustrated today.
Without giving too much away, I'll just say that when you brought back, we were dumping footage from yesterday and today. I saw footage I've never seen this kind of footage before. I'll just say that.
No, I'm telling you that this type of footage has never been released to the world.
It's never been recorded.
Happened.
Yeah.
It's happened before, but we just haven't seen it yet. Like, it's just not been available, right?
Yep.
And so it's going to be nuts.
You want to say what kind of footage it is?
Yeah, a buck had its guts hanging out for quite some time.
We talked about it last week, but we said we got to figure out what name to give these bucks. They're they're beyond warriors. I mean, it's it's unbelievable.
This buck was hit, and oh my gosh, a booger lived for 70 some hours.
Yeah.
Like that.
How far were you driving for this one, Mike?
I don't know. It was an hour one way.
Yeah.
And are we giving the whole story away?
Apparently we are. Let's do it.
Yeah, I went back there 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. And you get to see this buck over the course of 3 different visits.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
evaluate him. It's
unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If PETA's listening to this, they're gonna probably have us for breakfast.
So coming soon on the DDR channel, you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. Coming soon, meaning probably December, because we're
December.
So stacked up with insane,
At
sweet
this point,
content.
We're releasing about a video a day. It's kind of what we're ramping up to, and we probably have 20 or 30 days already lined up just from.
That's great. It's going to be nuts. Like we've said it all the time. We say it all the time. It's going to be wild. And I'm telling you, the footage that's coming is one of a kind, never seen before. I was on the Hunter podcast, and we were talking about all these wounded deer, and they're like, has this been happening, or why are people injuring deer like this? And it's like, dude, this has been going on for years already. And this is just now becoming public and showing the people what's happening.
Yep. When you're sitting at the bar, it's far easier to talk about the one that you hit and killed and were able to recover than the one.
You bring up sitting at the bar a lot. Have you ever even been to the bar?
Oh, I've been to the bar.
You have? No way. I thought you'd be good, can't go to the bar, or was it?
I would say I'm not a regular. But yeah, I mean, probably.
So you're speaking like you were at the bar, like you do when you go hunting. So, that's about how much experience you got.
It makes me think of when we were on the working class bow hunter. Okay, I got that right. There's just this whole culture around hunting of kind of, hanging out in the evenings, talking war stories. Mm-hmm. That happens at a bar. It has to happen at a bar.
Or a campfire, and just a bunch of buddies.
Or a campfire,
cracking a cold drink. Yep. I mean, I like cracking a bubbler. Hashtag bubbler, sponsored Drone Deer Recovery.
Number how many for you today?
3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Good thing is, if this was Red Bull, you would be dead by now.
Probably. I don't handle caffeine
healthy.
well.
Yeah.
This only has 65 milligrams of caffeine. Dude, just straight up shout out to them. We're trying to get them to sponsor us somehow.
Of all the sponsors that we're going after, I can tell you, all the sponsors that we could go after, the one that we want the most Bubbler. Hugh can hit us up with a. Yeah. But we're buying by the pallet.
Yeah, we are. Did you know that one of our subcontractors locally here, he's like, Mike, where's that bubbler? I need some. Yeah. He bought like 6 cases.
Should we add this to the website?
Yeah. Maybe we ask you guys. Do you guys want to buy this?
If I get 5 people that tell me they want to buy this on the website, we're going to sell these by the case, and I'm going to have an option on there to sell it by the pallet.
Oh my gosh. You can't ship that by the pallet. I mean, that'd be expensive, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We ship. I mean, we ship generators and ag drones. We can figure out how to ship.
Yeah, bubbler. We could totally do that. No, it is the season. You can probably tell I'm tired. It's just we've been going. It feels like we've been going for 3 months already, and it's been like 2 weeks like this. Just going at it. Subcontractor, we got to get him on. He is a character. He was telling me like. He showed up here yesterday and he's like, when do you guys sleep? And I'm like, I don't. We got to have him tell these folks his side of the story because you don't sleep much.
You and Austin were going at it last night.
Yeah.
Filming, shooting, recovering. This morning again. I was here working, setting up for the podcast when Austin walks in, and he just walks in and he sighs, kind of like, oh, I am so tired right now. That was that like
and we're not physically like lifting heavy things. It's just there's a lot of melting. Like so, me and Austin were driving right. I get in the driver's seat and I don't know why I do this if a guy is next to me and what's the first thing I do? I pick up my phone, pick up drone deer recovery calls, and then I'm texting to try to schedule pilots. And he's like, should I drive? And I'm like, okay, yep, you drive. We put it in park. He switched. It's happens all the time. Yeah, it's nonstop.
Yeah, yep. We should talk about. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I was gonna say we got to talk about the new website.
Yeah, well, kind of along with that, let's talk about like right before we were recording, you had a call with another kind of local guy here who bought a drone. Mm-hmm. What we're doing, and the website is part of it, is trying to help the whole industry win. Helping everybody get work, and that's one of the main reasons behind the podcast. Behind the website is let's help other thermal pilots out there. Get leads. We can't service them all.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, my thing was like not only can we show the industry what's going on, we can now help pilots that want to make money doing the same thing that we were doing last year on YouTube. And it's definitely working. Local guys here that were going to be competition have chosen to not do that and come work like not for us but alongside us. Because of how many leads that we're getting in. And so it's already paying off.
And it's probably. I mean, I think it's good for the industry because we don't want to race to the bottom. That doesn't really help anyone.
Make any sense.
The level of service, all that stuff just goes away. Mm-hmm. So let's offer fantastic service, charge a premium,
and great equipment. That is very important. Is run good equipment. Like yes, you can buy these little baby drones like a Mavic 3T, and it does pick up thermal, but where you start getting into trouble is that assumed quality and the quality of image that you're showing a customer.
And even if you're able to identify a deer and stuff, you have to fly lower, closer to the ground. And the whole ethical concerns, of are you then harassing deer? Are the deer going to be spooked? It's just get good equipment, do it the right way.
Buy once, cry once, like Kurt says on Working Class Bowhunter podcast, is like just buy once and cry once, and then you'll be fine.
Never cry again. Unless you crash your drone like Austin did.
Oh, yeah. We like flying through the trees. Like, how did you come up with that line?
I don't know how. And he actually recorded that line with you after he crashed his drone.
Yeah,
it's almost like he's still
Austin,
thinking.
I don't want to fly through the trees with my drone.
Oh, you're a good pilot.
That's funny.
Not good. Dude, I told Austin this morning that I had a nightmare last night. For some reason, I crashed my drone, not watching what I'm doing, and straight into the trees. It's been happening.
Man, these trees.
It's been happening. We had another subcontractor here locally, and he's just like, Mike, I don't know what I was doing. It was basically complacency and just 51 point some miles per hour straight into a tree, like destroyed. Like, I mean, but you know what? I'm telling you, here is where it pays off buying good equipment. DJI stands behind that, and dude, he's got a new drone. He got a new drone in less than a week.
Yep.
Like you fill out the form online, you send yours back. They send you one back.
And they'll send it to you before they receive the one that you sent them.
If you do have to put a little bit of a hold on.
Put a hold on your credit card or something.
Card,
Every drone that we sell, it's part of that program.
Yep. It comes with DJI Basic Care.
And every pilot should do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
No, every pilot should wreck a drone?
No. Every pilot should have that program.
Oh, yeah,
should
yeah.
activate
I
their
definitely
drone.
don't think that every pilot should do it, like running into a tree at 50 miles an hour.
Right.
But yeah, if you do happen to do that, then you do have this.
If you're the kind of pilot that's going to do that, then be sure you activate your DJI Care before you do that.
Yeah,
that's the moral of the
Yep,
story.
it's super important.
Yeah.
I had another guy bought a drone, had it for 2 days, and put it in the trees. Put that through DJI Basic Care and get a new drone.
Yeah.
It is very important. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So the new website.
New website.
Dude, that is insane how that's helping people out right now.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was talking to a guy that was on the website, and we should get Austin over here to just hop in and tell us a little bit about
Austin, come over. Let's switch.
How your phone has been ringing since you got on the website. So what is it that we are talking about as far as getting on the website? It is you bought a thermal drone and you want to do deer recovery as well. You also work for Drone Deer Recovery, but then you have your own drone business on the side. But getting listed on Drone Deer Recovery's website lists your phone number, and then people can call you directly. Tell us how long you've been on that website.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of started out with the guys that I've been doing, getting the drone with, like some of the guys down in my area, because it's not just me that has the drone.
Yeah.
And we were getting involved in pet recovery. And so when it came to deer recovery, I was just getting calls that you were sending me.
Yeah.
And then I was just like
an overflow.
Right. Just the overflow stuff, kind of focusing on pet recovery. But then I was like, man, we need to just do more deer recovery. How can we do more of that? And so I was like, we need to get on that website. And so I sent over the information to the secretary here at Drone Deer Recovery, and she helped me put that information on, and boom. Like, I was getting calls.
Yeah.
Like,
You've been
probably
6 days now?
6 days now or so. And I mean, probably an average of 4 to 5 calls a day at least. And I mean, the last day or two has been slow, but I just think it's because it's been warm.
Yeah.
Not as many
hunters
out. But I mean, yeah, like instantly.
That's crazy.
And then Kevin was showing me some of the stats on the website, like showing that I think there was already 400 clicks on our
your profile
in 5 days.
In 5 days. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's because there's a lot of traffic going to dronedeerrecovery.com because of all the videos that are being created, and they're wanting to find thermal pilots near them to help them find a carcass. And it just makes sense that if you're going to have a thermal business to do carcass recovery, why not get listed on Drone Deer Recovery?
Yeah. And one thing I've loved about it too is, not every one of those calls converts into jobs, but I love educating people about the technology and helping them understand a little bit more what's going on with their deer, like where things, how did it get shot? Where was the placement of the shot? Did they recover their arrow? Helping them and then be like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand this and this now. Like, I enjoy that. And so having those calls come in, it's been fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Cool. Well, I appreciate you giving us that information. We'll get
Slide
Kevin
on
back
out.
over. Yeah. So if you guys are wanting to, get listed on Drone Deer Recovery's website, we made it really easy where you go to dronedeerrecovery.com, you click on the store, you go into the store, and you'll see where you can get a subscription to be listed on the website. We're doing quarterly?
4 quarters, yep.
Okay. You want to tell us how that's going to work?
Yeah, so I think our goal in creating this marketplace is to have the best place for hunters to find thermal pilots. And part of that is we don't want, we would like people to be on there year round, committed, like the best people will be.
Yeah.
But if you are there just for a quarter, then that's fine. But we really don't want to have people who are on there for a month and then off, because I think it's kind of hard to track. It's bad for the industry. Like we want some level of quality, and it's very affordable. It's like the entry level plan is $150 for a quarter.
Yeah.
So for 3 months.
Yeah.
So
we're not guaranteeing that price is going to stay there. It could increase. I mean, it all depends on, costs and where the industry is going. But $150 for a quarter, I mean, geez, Al, you do one recovery, that's gonna pay itself off.
Right. I mean, and we're really trying to make it so it's a no-brainer, to where, if you have a thermal drone, like, you need to be on this list.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when you get listed on Drone Deer Recovery's website, it's not just for carcass recovery. Like, there's so many other things that we get through the website, like cows got out, or a horse is loose, or my cat is lost, or a dog is lost. Like, there's so many other things
100%.
that people are coming to Drone Deer Recovery for. So that could be you with your thermal drone business.
And even after the hunting season, it's prime herd analysis season.
Yeah. We call it herd analysis. Some biologists call it deer census.
Or herd surveys.
Where you count deer. You could do the same thing with hogs, or, if there's some big preserves out there that have different animals in a pen, like counting that stuff. That's all a part of what you can use this technology for.
And I think, you get listed on dronedeerrecovery.com. Your listing also will go on dronepetrecovery.com once that's live, once that's built out. So with the content that Austin and, that our drone pet team is making, we're going to see, I think, the same thing that we're seeing in the drone deer side, just an explosion of pet owners who are realizing, wow, maybe there's actually I have a way to go find my pet. And for a lot of these people,
it's another option. It's not that it's going to be guaranteed that you're going to find a pet,
but it's kind of like if it's a family member, and even if you have a small chance, it's like, for some people it's like a no-brainer. Like, yes, I want to go find this, this dog or this cat or this turtle. Just thinking of the ones that you did last season.
Yeah, it's not a turtle.
Not a turtle.
A turtle and a tortoise are two different things.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's the difference?
A turtle can go in water and a tortoise can't.
So a tortoise goes in the water, it drowns.
Yes. Yep. It will drown. A tortoise.
Interesting.
Yep.
Did not know
heavy.
that.
I didn't either. Didn't know, and then I showed up there and I get educated. I got it.
And you passed it on.
Yep. I don't know much about it. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. But that's what I was told when we were looking for that tortoise.
Yeah. Another thing about the website, Mike, is we're gonna we have different tiers and stuff. Most pilots on there or actually all of them are unaffiliated third party. They're independent pilots.
Yep.
So this is something that we're going to work, on refining on the website to make it clear to hunters that they also have some due diligence that they need to do. And good practice is going to be for hunters, to avoid scams and stuff like that. We're going to educate hunters that the typical way that it works in this industry is you pay when he arrives. Unless it's like, some kind of crazy situation where you're driving really far or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just typical for you to pay when the guy, arrives, provides the service. We're going to keep an eye on anybody or any reports of people who are wanting to charge, and then scamming people, anything like that.
Yeah.
We'll just terminate them instantly.
Yeah.
So
it's not like if they're going to do that, there's no need to have them on a website.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Just see you later. We have no use for that.
Yeah. So we have some education to do on that side with hunters and stuff like that. We have that in the works. That's coming. And then we have, some pilots who actually stuck with us from the beginning.
Wait, we must not be too interesting. Austin's over there yawning.
Okay.
Are you just that tired?
I don't know why I'm so tired, but I just feel...
You feel whipped, huh? Yeah, I tell you what, there's this one video that's coming out that it has so much content in it. Like, there's literally 4 deer that I found by myself. Like
in one day.
Well, no, not one day, but all in that video sequence. Actually, in that one day, I did find 4 deer. Not all of them were dead, but yeah, it's... And
then you're like cutting in and out of other pilots.
Yep. Yeah. Because we have
like
subcontractors now, and then we have our in-house pilots like Jason and Madison that are flying our drones, and then we're switching back and forth between me doing a recovery and them doing a recovery and stuff.
Yep.
Another thing that we're going to do, we talked about it last time, is do a live recovery show. Just like live PD, we are really close to being there. Kevin sent us a video yesterday of the rig setup that we're going to be using out in the field and streaming a live drone deer recovery whenever it happens. I guess we're probably going to go live on like a Friday night or something.
Yeah. You guys should tell us when you want to have us go live for like 2 or 3 hours. What night of the week you want it to happen. And I think, it's going to be a first. It's never been done before.
It could be a little dicey. Who knows?
A lot could go wrong, but
yeah, it could.
But that's part of the adventure, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We just we grow with it. We want to do it, and I think we're going to do it, and it'll become a thing that we do on a regular.
Yeah, yep. The weekly DDR show.
I just don't know how it's going to go when we go on a recovery and we're standing there for 2 hours trying to look for a deer. Who's going to sit there for 2 hours and watch a deer recovery that's not being successful? We say it's not being successful. It's for that deer. But like somebody that's watching us, they're watching us find raccoon, squirrel, whatever is alive out there. So it might be interesting. Yeah. For the most part, I don't think I would sit there for 2 hours, but maybe. I do sit there for 2 hours now that I think about that.
You do sit there doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yep.
Yeah. Last night, Mike, we were talking on the phone, and you were like, you don't understand anybody who watches sports. You literally think it's the dumbest thing ever. You don't even watch the Super Bowl.
I don't usually watch the Super Bowl. No, I just...
In Mike's own words, what's the point of watching a bunch of rich millionaires running around?
Hey, you don't have to call me out. If you want to sit there and watch a millionaire, like, run around and hit people and, hit a baseball a mile, that's fine. But for me, I have other things that I can be doing.
Average Joe Yoder, other priorities.
Yeah. Did you hear... You weren't here yesterday when a guy called me about Average Joe Yoder. You were here, Austin. He called me, and he's telling me how cool it is, and his boys are walking around the house now talking that they're an Average Joe Yoder as well, and I'm
You think that needs to be a shirt?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe it does. Do you think so, Austin?
I think it would be a good shirt.
Yeah, do an Average Joe Yoder shirt.
Well, shall we jump to a conversation that you had with the New York, one of the attorneys for the New York?
Yeah, they call themselves DEC. I don't
Department
know. Something police. Yeah, DEC police.
It's their version of the the DNR, right?
I think so. Yeah, he basically, we talked about it a little bit last week, but he ended up calling me, and I had more detailed questions. Like, what is it that you do, and why are you sending me this cease and desist?
Cease and desist, yep. Saying if you continue doing it, then we're going to sue you in the state of New York.
Yeah, but what are they suing us for? Like, you have to break a law, right? No, listen. Like, you have to break a law to get a ticket, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, let's watch this video. Okay. I will tell you I'm going to record this call, if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Okay. What's your position with the state of New York?
I'm a lawyer for New York State DEC.
Okay, so you're a lawyer. You're not a game warden.
Let me give you a little bit of background. DEC, that's our Department of Environmental Conservation, which is our Environment and Natural Resources Agency. I work for the agency. I'm a lawyer in that agency. It's a little different than that. We, as an agency, were made aware of the fact that you were hiring employees in New York to use a drone for this purposes, and then the matter got referred to my attention through our process. We sent a letter to you because when we looked at the website, it appeared from the website that you were the one responsible for hiring the employees and the contractors in New York to do this work. So you looked to be the person to get the letter. Yes, and it basically is a cease and desist letter. We're notifying you it's illegal in New York to do this and asking you to stop. Well, we have a group of people who looked at the question, including a couple lawyers, the police officers, our drone guy. We have a whole team. We looked at the use of aircraft. It was a pretty straight read. It says no aircraft can be used for this purpose. So we just looked at it.
For hunting.
Correct.
But did you look at the definition of hunting? You can't be hunting if you don't have any weapons on you. It's a carcass. Like, if the thing that you're looking for is dead, how could you hunt it?
Well, one, I don't know how you would know it was dead. But two, it says pursuing and attempting to take in every act of assistance in the statute. So pursuing is included the definition.
So if a guy is using a drone in the act of hunting or looking or scouting or whatever, we completely believe that should be a violation. If there is a carcass laying out there rotting, why not locate it with this technology?
I mean, I don't write the statute. We looked a little bit at the reason behind the statute. I think one of the reasons they drafted it is they're worried about the potential for abuse, that we're going to get people saying, oh, yeah, we were looking for a dead deer. We know we hit it. We know we wounded it. And they're going to be claiming that it was wounded when, in fact, it's not. That's one of the main reasons. I don't know how hunters can testify that they shot it. I mean, how would they know that if they can't find it?
I want to work with the conservation departments, be it Illinois, Michigan, New York, name the state. It's like, can we create a program that you have to be qualified in order to be able to do this in the state?
Yeah, well, let's say this. So I'm obviously aware that you're suing Michigan. We expect you were probably going to sue us here. You may or may not. That's certainly up to you. I'm happy to look at whatever you submit. We always will look at things. I'm not saying, work with you. I don't know the answer to that yet. It depends on what you send us, but we certainly will review everything that's sent to us. If you send us a waiver and you send us your plan or your argument back, you want to put something in writing that says, no, we only hunt dead deer. We're 99% certain of that. We'll look at that. I won't rule anything out until I see what you're proposing. And it's hard to do it over the phone. At the same time, let me be clear. I'm not making any promises.
Yes, 100%. I agree. All right.
Interesting call.
Yeah, it was honestly, I felt like the guy was a good guy. Like, after talking to him, I had a couple points, and I was maybe trying to argue with that lawyer. I just watched that. I'm like, geez, did I really see that?
Well, but your question is valid. So first of all, how can you say that I'm hunting if I don't have a weapon? Mm-hmm. And then that's where, the states like Michigan, Illinois, they are taking the word recover, the term take or pursue. Yeah. And they're saying, one of the questions he asked is, how do you know if he's dead? How do you know if you shot him?
Jeez.
Well,
how do I know if it's dead is because I believe it's dead. Yeah. We talked about this before. We're not going to go down that road again. I believe it's dead because of my shot. I'm not going to shoot a deer and quickly run down and go after it. I'm going to give it time to pursue it, like go after it, to recover the carcass when I believe it's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just makes sense. Stupid.
So, we sent him some of the waiver, the documentation that we had hunters sign. I don't know. Never heard back from him. I don't.
He said he never got it, but that's New York. That's what they're telling us. I don't even want to spend a lot of time on it because that's all we're freaking talking about for the last 2 weeks is Illinois, Michigan, New York.
But yeah, I mean, it is. I think it is a big deal, and there's no doubt dozens of pilots out there in these states, who care deeply about this. And
well, yeah, but I'm saying we're talking about the same thing about our stance, meaning we're saying how dumb it is because they're saying that we're taking the carcass or we're pursuing it. And we're hunting it. We don't have any weapons. I'm saying it's our same thing over and over. Yeah. You guys have listened to us. You guys have watched us. You get what we've said in the past. Yeah. I feel like we're like beating a dead horse. It's the same thing over.
Well,
but what you have to do is, we said it last time, reach out to your state representatives and try to get some new legislation passed. If your DNR is being complete, stubborn thickheads, just go straight to the state reps and tell them make it legal.
I mean, make your voices heard, and the comedy skit that we filmed is our most ever viewed videos. Yeah. Like some of those shorts have 5, 7, 10 million views on the different platforms, and it's like people, I think, they're becoming aware of the issue in a way that is kind of brand new. And what we want to do, and I think what we'll put out there is we think there should be an association of thermal drone pilots that we can kind of band together and
we could probably be the largest organization of thermal drone pilots in probably a day or two, because there's that many that are listening and watching us.
Yeah. So if that's something you would like, you're interested in, it's something we're thinking about. So reach out, let us know.
Absolutely. What Austin was saying something about going hunting. You and I still have to go hunting. When are we going to do that?
It's whenever all the craziness is over. That keeps getting pushed out, but
that's when the season is over, and then we're gonna go hunting when the season's over in a deer pen.
Let's
somewhere.
Go do it in December.
Oh, it's still gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it in January, February then.
In the blitzing cold. Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I'll take my slippers. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were out in
we were out in like 2-foot snow.
Was that in February?
That was in Wisconsin, right?
No, I think that was in
Illinois.
Illinois,
yeah.
Illinois.
Yep.
Super cold out there. What else should we talk about? Yeah. Mostly we were updating the website.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be huge for people.
You want to get on it. Like if you're a thermal drone pilot, you want to get on it. Still tons of season left.
Yep.
And we get 40,000 individual unique views in the last month, more than that.
Yeah.
And we have it's just the best place to get leads, to get jobs. It's where hunters are discovering the technology. Yep. So get on it and
start making money, because there's money to be made. But of course, it's not just about the money. It's about helping people. Like if you're going to do this just to make money, one day when you're up at 2:30 in the morning and you're just there for the money, you're going to be like, oh, I probably should.
I have enough money now.
Yeah.
I don't have sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dennis was telling me that. He's like, oh, my gosh, I was out all night. He just got to bed, just laid down, closed his eyes for 10 minutes. Mike calls him with another lead. He's like, oh, no.
We had one of our, just from the map that went live with the phone numbers, one guy told you earlier last week.
Yeah, he just shuts his phone off.
I just shut my phone off.
Yeah, when he's done picking them up. Like, he has, let's say he schedules 3 for tonight. He'll just, I guess, not pick it up or shut it off. I don't know. Whatever.
He walked in the other day. He's like, Mike, when do I sleep?
Yeah. It's a real thing. I think we should just get right into ground chatter, huh?
Let's do this week's edition of Ground Chatter.
All right. Drone deer recovery, as useless as drone delivery. It may be possible, but it's not a viable business unless you make your money off YouTube and not off finding deer.
Whatever.
Okay, Mike, this is the question that people have. Is there more money that you make on YouTube, or is there more money that you make on finding deer
I definitely
carcasses?
don't make more money on YouTube as of now. Like, maybe one day, but this is absolutely a viable business. I mean, if you want to do it as a side hustle, if you say making $10,000 in 7 days isn't good, then doggone. Like, I want to go do what you do, because I think that's pretty good. We have a guy in the Midwest that told me that. He's like, dude, Mike, in the last 7 days, I made over $10,000. But he's willing to travel, put in the work, right? Put in the hours, and he's making bank. Dude, think about this. You buy the drone kit for $13,799, and you make $10,000 in 7 days. Wow, ROI there. Let me tell you. Now, of course, that's not going to be in every state, but it worked for him. Any business, right? Any investment, if you can make your return in less than a year or 2 years, that is doing pretty well.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean,
it is.
But Mike, this is how a lot of people think about it, though. A lot of people think it's just this fringe thing. Can't really make a living. It's not. It's like, no, drones are the next big thing.
Yeah.
Cell phones were, and now it's drones. So you'll see more drones if you want to not just. You can make money in thermal drones. Let's talk about ag.
Oh, ag is.
You can make money in ag.
Big money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean that agricultural will never stop. So that being said, as the drone technology gets better, it's going to step into those positions in ag that are spraying already, but now it's a better way to spray, more efficient, gets the application done better. It just makes sense. In like we've said it before, in 5 years, most of the things in agricultural as far as spraying will be done with drones in some way.
Yep. Yeah. So tomorrow, Mike, you and I jump on in an airplane, 7:00 in the morning.
Yep.
And we're
going
putting a bow, sealing up some stuff for on the ag side.
Possibly we're
for
gonna,
next summer, fall.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how much of that we should be talking about.
We have plans. We have things we're working on.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Let's go to the next one, Austin.
This technology is not going away and seems to be only getting better. Great pivot, you crazy Yoder! Do you know if the Amish make better dog food than buying at the store?
This technology is not going away and seems to be only getting better. Great pivot, you crazy. Is he talking about the business plan pivot?
No, I think he's talking about using your spray drones to spray for the ODNR. It's comment on that video. So
okay. Do you know if the Amish make better dog food?
I don't know. I mean, actually, I have that question too, Mike. Do the Amish make fantastic dog food?
Do they make dog food?
I don't know.
I've never heard that.
We live in the biggest Amish community in the U.S.
Yeah. I don't know if they make.
I don't know. If anybody knows the answer to this, let us know.
Yeah,
I'd be interested in knowing.
That's a good comment though. That's funny.
I like the voice.
So you can use it to locate it in the forest, then have to hike to recover it. Can't be doing no airlifts, huh?
No, actually, you don't have to hike to recover it. You can pull it out with the T40, like we did to the hog.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not viable for most people, but we can do it because we have the drones. So, yeah, for the most part, yeah, you're gonna have to go hike into the woods to recover it. You're not gonna lift it out with a T40 like us, unless you want to buy one. Of course, go to dronedeerrecovery.com/shop.
Good plug, Mike. Good plug. Yeah. Appreciate that. I want somebody to buy an ag drone and then in the comments to lift out my deer.
Oh yeah, just buy one just to hoist your deer out. That'd be cool.
All right.
What else you got, Austin?
Average guy with a drone.
Average guy with a drone. Yeah, it's average Joe Yoder, folks.
Yeah,
like,
good.
They're getting cheap and readily available that any average Joe Yoder can now afford them. So
Yep.
Get on it, folks. If you're an average Joe Yoder, you should be able to afford it.
Appreciate that comment.
Yep. That's all we got? Alrighty. So coming next, or starting tomorrow, we are going to start really ramping up these YouTube recoveries.
Oh,
right?
Are we?
You told me we're going to do 3 recoveries right in a row.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have this week. There should be 3 recoveries.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think that's what the people want to see is those recoveries. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. Leave us a comment. Would you guys want to see longer recoveries? Like where they're like 20. Today we finished one. We feel it could be like a little documentary, maybe about 35 to 40 minutes long. I don't know if somebody's going to watch all of that, but it's something that me and Austin were talking about today.
Yeah, so this week is actually kind of interesting because we have a couple 6 and 8 minute episodes coming out, and then we're also working on some really, really long ones.
Oh, you're already working on a long one.
There's some 20-minute ones in the works.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, so you guys get to tell us, and let's just say, put a comment on this podcast video.
Yeah.
Like we'll read every single comment on this podcast video, and let us know who you want us to have on the show. If when you want us to do a live show, what night of the week?
Yeah.
And
and some of the guys and gals that are listening might not even watch us or know that we are on YouTube. That's where we started and kind of really focus on it. So if you're only listening to this on Apple Podcasts or wherever, is Drone Deer Recovery on YouTube. Big show, or we kind of like to think it's a big show.
Yeah.
We're one of the first original deer recovery videos, and so there's other guys.
If you want to see us talk, not just hear our voices, hop onto YouTube, watch it. If you're on one of the podcast platforms, leave us a 5-star review. This is how we rank. This is how other people find it, find the technology. And if you're a pilot, then this is how other hunters find the technology.
Dude, why did you not tell me my hair looks ferocious? I just now see it in the background there.
I don't know. This is kind of normal, Mike.
Oh my gosh.
Is this not how you style it?
Oh my gosh, my hair. No, seriously.
Okay.
It looks like I got this thing coming up in the back. Jeez.
We're going to wrap this so that Mike can go
take a shower.
Take a shower.
Yeah,
get a
Should
haircut
we go
maybe.
find that big buck for you, Austin, since you can't find it? That big one?
Putting it on me, huh?
You couldn't find it. Should I go
Austin
show you how to find it? Okay. Maybe we will.
We need to record this.
Yeah, we should. It should be a competition.
We should have a competition with like something on the line. What should it be?
We should do it live tonight. Dude, that'd be a good one. Alrighty, we're gonna wrap it up there. Great stuff to come. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given us, and see you on the next one.
Peace.